things one by one. So to begin with, I think we are all familiar with the role of merchant navy, and that is which is to transport cargo, and it is today the volume of cargo that a ship can carry. There is no comparable mode of transport on land that can match what a ship can carry. A ship can carry up to uh, 3-4 lakh tons of cargo. And if you want to do that on any means on land, I think it would take a few months or if not years to match that volume. And this is what a ship can do in one voyage, many times a year and many times through its entire life cycle. So ships are mighty and ships are huge. Ships are very something that only it's a privilege to work in such a field. We all like some vehicle or the some uh, mode of transport. Everybody has a favorite bike, a favorite car, but there's nothing that's comparable to a ship. If you can command a ship, that's really, really, really mighty. So, uh, so apart from that, uh, there are so many types of ships, so many types of cargoes that are carried on the world. As you can see, this is a beautiful view of Singapore Harbor, where you can see a wide variety and wide types of ships anchored, right? So let's begin. So there are three main departments on the ship. That is your deck side, your engine side, and your catering side, which is also called as a galley department. Today, we are mostly going to discuss about the deck department, which deals with mainly what? So let's see that. So we are the ones who are responsible for navigating the ship, right? Where the ship goes, how it goes, what route it follows. So that is what we decide. And we use various charts, equipment, maps to do that. The photo that you are seeing is that of, just like as you have a cockpit on your aeroplanes, we have a bridge, navigating bridge on the ship. And we are also handling the cargoes because the ship's purpose is to carry cargo. So we are also handling the cargo, that is, we are loading the cargo, then we are taking care of the cargo on the voyage, and then we also discharge the cargo. And so while doing so, we have to ensure that the ship is safely navigated from one port to the next one. And so we have to maintain all these equipment and many more that you can't see in the photo. We have to maintain the ship's safety equipment. We have to maintain the maps, the charts, the firefighting equipment, the life-saving equipment, and also the cargo equipment. And of course, when we go to the port, we have to perform the mooring operations, the unmooring operations, anchoring operations. So this is all the work that a deck side department does. And so who all are there on the deck department? So you have starting with the trainees, which is what you all will be when you join this deck side. So that is called a deck cadet. And then you undergo training in institutes like MANET, and then you go for on-board training, just as you have apprenticeship in many industries, in many fields. Here also you have an apprenticeship that is called a cadetship, where you will be sailing as a trainee after completing your education. And for generally, the sailing time is generally 12 to 18 months. And then once you are ready, then you come down and give your exams. The first exam you give is that of a second mate's exam. And then you can join as an officer, third officer, and then a second officer. And then the next exam is that of the first mate, that is a chief mate's exam. And then you sail for some more time. And then once you finish the required sea time, you give the master's exam. And then you get a master's license. So each of these three exams is conducted by the Government of India, specifically the Director General of Shipping or the Mercantile Marine Department, MMD. They conduct the exams. And once you clear those exams, you get the respective license for each rank. And then you can sail on any kind of ship with that license and as per that rank. And so this is about the career path in this field. So the master is the overall in charge. He is in command of the vessel. So when you join the deck department, the final rank is that of the leader of the ship, the one and only, that is the master of the ship. There's only one who is in command of the ship, and that is the master. So that is the advantage of, I would say, that is the USP of a deck department, that you can become one day the master or the captain of the ship. All right. So what, apart from what we have already discussed, your major responsibilities would include navigating safely, navigating the ship, using all the equipment, and supervising and handling the cargo operations, maintaining the watch on the bridge, conducting the safety drills, maintaining the hull, deck, equipment, machinery, etc. All right. And so, what kind of people would do well on this, in this kind of a career? Well, there are many things, but to put it in a short way, I would say if you are able to handle changing environment, if you're able to handle changing scenarios, because every time you join, you're not going to join the same ship. They're not going to be the same people on board with you. Every time you will be joining a different ship. And because in Merchant Navy, the employment is contractual, you might be joining a different company. You're open, you are free, you can change companies. So you might be going on a different ship. You might be obviously meeting different people, different climates, different kind of nationalities. So many things are going to be changing. So I would say, if you are somebody who wants everything very laid out, or defined, or just like a railway track, so the train knows I have only just to follow that track. If you have somebody like that, then probably this is not a very suitable career, because here everything will change. The climate, whenever you join, will be different. You will be passing to different places. The food will change. The nationalities you sail with will change. Your ship type will change. The work you are doing will change. Of course, with rank it changes, but every ship will have some minor differences. So therefore, some minor changes in your work as well. And of course, the seas, sometimes they are good, sometimes they are very most beautiful sights that you've seen will be your daily sight, right? Sometimes we go to hill stations, we go to beaches and some exotic places to see something, but that is going to be your daily routine. You are daily going to see a beautiful sunrise, a beautiful sunset, beautiful environment. The air is going to be as clean as exists. There is no more cleaner air on earth than at sea, and that will be your daily air. And so your health is going to be good. The food that you are going to eat will be fresh. The environment is absolutely healthy. You are going to enjoy beautiful scenes every day. Nowadays we specifically go to a sunrise point and go to a sunset point, but you will be at a sunset and a sunrise point every day. You will be passing under beautiful rainbows sometimes. uh, you'll be passing through the rainbow. So there are some incomparable things about this field, right? But there are rough weathers at times, but the ships are mighty, they are big, and so they keep us safe all the time. And of course, you have to have the ability to stay away from your family for up to 9 months when you are a trainee, and maybe up to 6 months once you become an officer. And once you become a more senior officer, it is 3 months in some companies and 4 months on some companies, but not more than that. And of course, as I mentioned, you have to have the ability to adjust with different cultures, nationalities, food, overcome language differences, cultural barriers. And that requires a quality of being very adjustable, right? And physical fitness, mental fitness, emotional fitness, and social fitness. So physical fitness, because we are out at sea, the ship is in the middle of the ocean. So a good health is a prerequisite, because if there's any medical condition, then there's no immediate access to a hospital or a doctor. There are trained medical people on board, not doctors, but trained medical people. and there are medicines, there are some equipment on board. But if you need attention of a hospital or a very specialized doctor, then that is not available. So that is why a very stringent medical test is done before every joining, before every ship, before you join Merchant Navy also as a career, before you join the college also. And also your ability to work in a team, to work together, to adjust, because on board you may have up to 25 to 30 people. So your ability to adjust, to gel with these, and to sail and to overcome all difficulties will be tested. All right. So once you are on sea, once you are working on the on board the ship, so your routine, what will as a officer, you will have watch keeping duties, which we discussed, like watch keeping on bridge for 4 hours twice a day. So 8 hours of watch. And then you will also have to be involved in the various other activities such as maintenance of the equipment, maintenance of the life-saving equipment and cargo equipment, etc. So apart from that, your life at sea means you will have voyages. You may have short voyages, you may have even long voyages. You may have a good cultural diverse exposure at various ports. You will be to places where you have never been to, where you never even thought you will be one day. You will be traveling internationally. Now, if I have to travel internationally, I own ticket, buy my own food, make my own travel arrangements. But in Merchant Navy, job itself involves international travel. You'll be going to many countries, many ports, meeting many different people. And because of the way the Merchant Navy is, that you are in a floating island, if you may put it that way. So you have to take care of the ship, and the ship will automatically take care of you. So you have to be disciplined. You have to do what you're supposed to do. And if you do that, then everything is good, everything is fine. You'll enjoy it. Will be the most beautiful experiences that you will ever have. And there are many activities nowadays on board. There is better connectivity, there's internet, there's satellite internet on board, which is not the case when I started sailing. So you have access to Facebook, WhatsApp, and you are in touch with your family and loved ones and dear ones while you are on board. So you don't feel that you are socially isolated. Although at some times there may be a feeling of separation, that you are not immediately in the physical presence, but you are connected online. At times, of course, there is harsh weather, but the ship is equipped. If you maintain the ship well, there will be absolutely no problem. You will sail through storms and you will sail through bad weather easily. Sometimes you may feel stress, isolation, but there are ways to deal with that. And there is piracy threat nowadays, but there are also procedures in place. And now, so that has been taken care of to a very, very large extent. All right. So apart from what we know about Merchant Navy, that yes, it's a very lucrative career, because the salaries are good, the payments are good. So I would like to also introduce you to some aspects of Merchant Navy, which probably you might not listen to or get through from some other sources. So apart from the high salary, and of course the fact that you are earning in dollars, if you sail for more than 6 months a year, 183 days to be exact, then your income becomes non-taxable. You don't have to pay any tax, and you are earning in dollars. So if the dollar goes up, your wages automatically go up, and there's no tax, and you get to travel globally uh, without spending a dime. Once you are on board, there's no expenditure for food or for staying. But if I were to go to any other place by myself, I would obviously have to take care of my own expenses, my food, my travel, my daily needs. But that's not the case here. Everything is provided on the ship. It's on the house. So your food, your lodging, there's no expense. So you're living free for those 6 months. You're earning, and those earnings are tax free. So what more can one ask for? and you're traveling, you're meeting new people, you're going to new places. So that's the icing on the cake. And I would say that for some people who love an adventurous life. So how is it adventurous? Because you are on a new ship every time, you are sailing with new people every time. The work is different every time you go on the different ship. The work is different, and it's not a very predefined thing. If I'm working maybe in an office, I would have to get up at a fixed time. I would have to go on a fixed route to the fixed place in the office, do the fixed kind of work, and then come back. So I'll have a very fixed, monotonous, laid out, just like a track, railway line. So, but if you are somebody who's adventurous, who doesn't want your path to be laid out, who is open to, who loves carving your own path, your own, just like a ship, it makes its own passage, it makes its own voyage. So if you are somebody who loves to do that, who wants to make his own voyage in life, then this is a great career for you, because it's not laid out straight. You have to, as you get into it, you have to carve your own path. If you have somebody who loves that, who identifies with that, so this is the career for you. And I would say the advantage of this career is that there is a lot of social protection. Today we talk about social media and the harms of social media. At one time when social media was new, it was as if it was the next biggest thing. But today we talk about the harms of social media. So this is a career where the nature of the career itself is that it allows for a very nice social detox. Once you sail away from the port and you see the horizon dissolving into the water, then you realize that now you are cut off from the noise and the hustle bustle of the world, and now you're in a world of your own. You are on a floating island of your own, and that you are in touch. But the advantage of this is that you are in limited touch. So this career offers a social detox, which is, I feel now, the need of the you need some time. You need social media, but not too much of it. So this is the perfect career in those terms. And uh, like we said, it's adventurous. It requires a quality of discipline, not military discipline, but discipline nevertheless. And it has a very structured lifestyle. There are certain things a mariner would always do. It would be his habit because he's a mariner. There's a balance between work and life, because once you are at work, you are dedicated to your work, and once you come back on your vacations for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you are dedicated to your family, you are dedicated to your loved ones, your near ones. Whatever projects you want to do when you are on your vacation, you can do them without any disturbance. You can give a lot of time to any business or anything new that you want to learn. And because you are sailing globally, you are going to meet different people, different nationalities, different ports, different ranks. So you have a lot of opportunity of global networking, which otherwise is any other profession. You are limited to your city or maybe to your country. But here, the nature of the job itself allows you for a lot of networking globally. Like we discussed, for every rank, you have to give exams and you have to clear those exams. And once you clear those exams, then only you can get promoted on board the ship. So these exams are conducted by the government of India. So as I think you've understood, deck department takes what it takes care of, and what is the requirement, that it requires a lot of discipline, courage, and of course technical knowledge. And we have understood that it may be a very rewarding career because of many reasons. And what is the future? The future looks very bright, because the Indian government and the departments involved, they are actively looking to increase the global presence of Indian seafarers, which is right now 3 lakhs, which is a big number, but it still stands at about roughly, I think, 15%, 15 to 20%. It's still a long way. We can do a lot better. So the Indian government has also recognized this. So there are many, many projects that they are doing. And one of their aims is to increase the global seafarers count from 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs within the next 2 years. So this, I would say, is like a golden era of shipping, where government is looking to increase the number of seafarers. So obviously, where there is an increase, there is a demand. So there is room for growth, fast growth, which is now we all want fast growth. And there is an increase in digitalization. Whatever things we used to do manually, now we are doing them digitally on computers, on softwares, on apps, on specific equipment. So life is easy. And with increasing internet, increasing connectivity, the life on board is very connected to the shore. You will not feel that you are isolated, or your family will not feel though you're not there. You are in touch with them through calls, through video calls, through WhatsApp messages. So the connectivity is very nice. And seafaring as a profession is becoming safer and safer because of the increased training, increased awareness about it. So that is also making shipping a lot safer than what at one time it used to be. So I would conclude my talk on this about merchant navy and about the deck department with this. And I would keep the floor open for any questions. And so if you have anything that you want to ask about merchant navy and about the College of MANET and what is being done here. So we are available, and my team would answer your questions depending on what you are asking. So I would, with Pratibha ma'am's, I would hand over to you, ma'am. Back to you.
Thank you,
So
sir. Honestly, if you ask me, I felt it should not stop today. So it was so mesmerizing, and it was